Okay, and we're back. So, as mentioned, so what's going to happen here is we're going to play this. Actually, let me change the time back down to 5. Alright, so you're going to get this kill on this Ana here. Yes, it's good. And yes, if you could hit that consistently, go ahead and do that. I wouldn't have done that because I think that this happens not even 25% of the times that I try it. Okay, that I get this kill. Most likely, maybe I land the rock, maybe I land the shots. It's unlikely that I land both, and this Ana lives, is easily healed up by the rest of the team, and I wasted my cooldowns, and I lose. I instead am going to focus on what is their Rein doing? The Rein's just walking up and attacking the Kiriko. Why don't you just rock him and do damage? Right? Buy time. Like, I'm not going to kill 4 people right now. I have to just buy time waiting for my team. Again, I wouldn't have been in this situation to begin with, like this close to the Rein, but that's my perspective. I want to keep my Kiriko. Like, the Rein's just running and swinging right now. Okay, you get walled off. This is not actually that big a deal. Except, I guess you're gonna die here. Yeah, you're gonna die here. But like, the biggest is your Kiriko can save you here, except for the fact that the Rein is in her face, right? Just look at this. Let's rewind back 5 seconds and see your Kiriko's perspective. Right, your Kiriko's up top. She's healing. She's doing good at fucking you, right? Oh, you drop again. Just because she dropped doesn't mean you have to drop. She can easily get back up. She can swift step. She can wall climb. She can easily get back up. Right? She's like, okay, now she's down here. Right? She's trying to get picks, which is bad. Okay, she's being attacked by the Rein. She swifts up to you, right? She's trying to heal. She's still getting chased by the Rein. She's still getting chased by the Rein. She's still getting chased by the Rein, right? And she's like, oh wait, now what's going on? You could have, if you rocked that Rein, right, or just did damage to him, he wouldn't have been able to just chase her for so long, and you'd have the Kiriko there to help you. And again, this is a bad timing to fight to begin with. You dropped when you had no support assistance whatsoever. The Rein isn't doing anything special here, right? Let's just watch this from the Rein perspective. If you think the Rein is the one who's like getting so much value, let's just look. What does this Rein do? Okay, he's down here. Okay, just chilling, moving the cart, doing nothing. Right, holding the shield, but he doesn't need to because there's nothing attacking him. Right. Oh, there's a Moira. I guess I'm just gonna walk forward. Oh, look, there's a Sigma. Okay, wait, well, there's Kiriko. Swing. Yeah, could have actually, frankly, gotten the kill with the fire strike. Right, just swinging. Like, does this look like some sort of like massive big brain Rein? He just walked forward and swung. That's all he did. There's no like special skills. He didn't hit a 360 shatter. He didn't block crazy abilities. Like literally nothing. He's not even chaining together fire strike with his swings. So rest assured, the Rein, as far as I can tell, has done absolutely nothing of consequence other than simply running it down mid. Okay, so you're walking forward. So now you're pretty bad disadvantage. You're probably in an ult disadvantage as well because you've now lost 2 fights, right? You're on your 3rd fight. I'm expecting the whole team's going to ulties. We're probably going to lose this fight no matter what, even if you're like a GM player, because they have massive ult advantage, right? You don't want to get in the position where you're this far behind. But regardless, you're going to need to force out those ultimates to then potentially play for the 4th fight. So don't get disheartened. It's still possible to win here, but you need to do things correctly. So you put a shield. I don't know what the shield is for. Half of your team is too far, and these 2 are not going to be vulnerable because those 2 are over there. Like, why are you fretting about it? Okay, I really hope you're not playing going down that way. Okay, so again, Sigma, poke tank. You want to play at a distance, all right? So you want to just keep putting pressure. I think this is a good spot, right? Put pressure on the back line. Eventually the Rein's going to turn a corner. Put pressure on the Rein. This is fine. I think that you got to be hitting those shots when the Rein gets bumped in the air like that. I would be looking to rock the Moira if she tried to come up, but since she's playing down here, I'm not going to bother because she's not doing any value. Okay, so this is a bad corner to fight because you're very close to the Rein and it's a tight corner. Central rule of Sigma versus Rein is you don't want to fight him at close range. You are getting into close range. You've also grouped with your whole team, which means you're all going to get melee ultied and die. Now, again, as I pointed out, you should be tracking ultimates. Okay, you should think it's been 2 fights. Generally, when people win 2 fights, they're going to have ultimate in the 3rd fight. Okay? Because your team already has ultimates, and losing teams get less ultimate charge than winning teams because they don't do as much damage and they don't get as much healing. So you're going to be in a ton of trouble here. You should recognize, and what I would have done is I would have played further back, right? I would have played like here. Yeah, your team's up there, but like there's nothing you can do. Like even if I move up here, even if I don't get my ultimate, like what am I going to do here? The Rein's going to walk in my face, and then it's going to force me backwards anyway, and I'm going to take a ton of damage. Like yes, the team's playing here, but the team should never have been playing there. And I think if you play back here, and the team looks and they're like, oh, okay, let's go play it for tank, then they would back up. You walking forward compounds this problem. Right? It's like, it's good rock, right? Again, this is silly because this is such an easy rock for him to block, and he just walks into you. Like, there's no reason to believe that this Rein is good. In fact, I would say he's probably one of the worst players. Maybe he's probably one of the better ones. right? Again, he almost dies there because he has no awareness of how much health he has. So somehow you guys don't die here, which is incredible. I think what happens is that your Kiriko saves everybody here. Right? So you just path, right? They don't do enough damage to you. Yeah. Okay, so you start chasing, which is understandable, right? You have path. So when I chase, I would go wide around the corner, right? To the left, not close. Why? Because I don't get hit by the swings from right here. I want to give myself a little bit of space to be able to rock potentially. All right, so now what's going on? Well, the Ryan's nailed in my face. What should I be doing? I would lift him here, right? I don't want to run the chance, especially because I know the Ryan has Shatter, of the Ryan clutching this fight by using Nano plus Shatter to kill everybody, okay? I want to make sure that the Ryan, if I lift the Nanoed Ryan out of the fight, what's he going to do, right? You just stay back and you just drop him. Even if you don't do any damage, just lifting him up so Nano does nothing is totally worth it here. Again, that Ryan could easily have stopped that rock. He also could have recognized that this is coming, okay, and not shattered. The Ryan is showing no higher skill. Okay, she's gonna die, right? So you should be targeting the Mei. Okay, bad, right? You missed the Mei who's standing still. Again, if you landed the shots, the Mei would be dead by now. Yeah, you kill her, but like that was unnecessary, and in a tighter situation, she would live. All right, you finally want to fight. Great. So the whole team wipes. Right? You got one that's coming from spawn, but you have close spawn. Great. I don't know why you're putting this wall up, right? There's no hero in the game that's going to come around this corner and do 550 damage to you. That's not possible. There's no need to put shield out. Your shield usage should be very conscious and deliberate. Okay? There's a reason. Like, you want to take any poke damage from the Nano? That's fine. I went through this rock. Why? What the heck is the rock going to do? Even if you hit somebody with the rock, it does, 80 damage, and then what? You're going to kill them? No, you're not going to kill them. They're way too far away. Is your team going to kill them? No, they're also too far away. Right? I don't think your team is even fully here because you know that one of them was respawning because we could look at the scoreboard and tell that one of my teammates is dead and walking back from spawn. So the only person who could possibly follow up on a rock kill there is Ash, and Ash isn't here. So that's a waste of a rock. Why does that matter? Well, I don't have rock for the next 9 seconds. Their team knows I don't have rock for the next 9 seconds. The Ryan could, for example, just charge in here. I'm not saying that this is a great move, but I'm pointing out something the Ryan could theoretically do, and you have no counter for it right now because you used rock. Right? Again, your rock accomplished nothing. Even if it hit somebody, it would have accomplished nothing. You should save rock right now. 4 seconds, the Ryan in your face, you don't have rock. Again, great opportunity to rock him, right? Rock him sideways into the chamber where his team can't heal him, shield him off, and then try to kill him. Right? Okay, so I like the idea, right? So you kind of shield off the Ryan here, and you're like, okay, now we can try to kill him, right? You're gonna try to rock him. Again, this is an easy block for him, right? He sees you charging the whole time. I have no idea why you think the Ryan is so good. First of all, you charge a rock. Like let's watch from the Ryan perspective here. Let's take a second and just see how obvious what you do, right? He's there. Okay, great. He's like, okay, you're walled. Now I'm gonna walk forward. Okay, great. He rocks, right? You hit your shield right here, and he walks into the junk trap. So again, I wouldn't worry about being different by this round. Okay, lots of things going wrong here. So there's a Mei in your face, A, which you're not like looking at all. B, you have a rock, but I think you're aiming at the Moira, but the Moira's running in a straight line, right? The Moira's not dodging at all. You could easily have hit the Moira and killed the Moira. But if you're running Moira, you might as well go for the Ryan, who's now trapped, A, and B, your shield will block the healing, so you could potentially just burst them down. Or C, kill the Moira, who's in your face, constantly attacking. Right? She's just farming wolf charge on you right now. Again, I have no idea why you're not attacking this Mei at all. Mei does 100 damage a second with her left click, right? And her right click is very dangerous as well. Like, you're just ignoring this Mei. Look at how low she is! What? What? Like, she's walking across your screen. She has 22 health now or something. Like, anything right here kills this Mei. But you're just shooting the shield. Alright, again, right in your face. Okay? So, again, you might think, okay, rock to get him off. That is not reliable because most Rhines see your rock animation, which is very long. It's not like a quick thing that pops out instantly, right? It's not like even Sleep Dart, which has, at least some reaction time required. Like, your rock is one of the slowest abilities in the game. He should easily be able to block that and just keep going and kill you. Right? Again, you rock this, bad rock, right? This just, I would never expect this rock to land. Drop the shield. Your shield's not helping you at all right now, right? You need that shield to regen. Don't jump. Jumping's not helping you either. Right? Jumping's just throwing off your aim. Okay, right in your face. Again, he doesn't block the rock. Okay, right still in your face. Right? So your supports went left and you went right. Right? Which is a big problem. You you kind of need to track spatially where your supports are, right? You could look behind. You have plenty of time. After you shoot, look behind you and be like, okay, what's going on? Go back and shoot. You know what's going to be in front of you. It's going to be the Rhine in your face swinging. You don't need to look at him constantly. Also, you can weave in melees. And when you're this close, weave in melees after every 2 attacks. It doesn't reduce any of your attacking uptime, and it gets more damage in with each 30. Wouldn't have made a difference in this fight, but I'm just telling you in general you should be doing it. Okay, so you swoop the Winston. Again, I don't think the Sigma was the problem here. I don't think you're like, oh wow, they were diving me so hard, I can't do anything with Sigma. Sigma was totally a fine pick here and synergizes well with the entire rest of your team. I think that you were personally not playing Sigma well, and that's the issue. But let's check out your Winston play. Alright, so as Winston, similar deal. I don't want to be near the Rhine. There's no reason I want to fight the Rhine. Rhine is one of the highest damage, right, in AoE and consistent damage heroes in the game. There's no reason to get next to the giant German guy with the hammer. I want to go for everyone else on the team but the Rhine. Okay, you go for the Ashe. Actually, I said, yeah, this is fine. I didn't even know that you needed a bubble there, but the bubbling's fine. Great, got a kill. Perfect. Okay, so you're gonna jump here? Bad jump, right? Because you're right into the Rhine. Okay, you drop, but you recognize that, right? I think what I do is I step back a little bit, look at the bridge, and try to figure out where people are, and then rather waste. Okay, why are you zapping the Rhine? So we just had a conversation about how you don't want to fight the Rhine. The Rhine has 2 supports on him. There's no way that this is ever going to kill the Rhine under any case. Even 1 support can can out heal whatever your damage is. It's only does 60 damage a second, which is the same damage rate as meleeing someone to death. So not great. Again, you're walking into the Rhine's face. As a reminder, he has a giant hammer and is very, very dangerous. Now he charges. This is a good charge, right? He charges you out of the way and now he's going to try to kill you, right? He just barely doesn't. But remember, this might not seem like a big deal. You gave him a ton of art charge. A ton of ult charge. Though he actually avoided it this whole time. Right? But I'd say under a regular case scenario, you give him a ton of ult charge for literally no value. Right? The fact that you're zapping him and doing it, you should have got out those points the whole time. Right? So going back here. Right? First of all, I can hear the Ana on the left with footsteps. Okay? But second, right? I definitely am not walking up to this Rhine, right? There's no reason. I jump to the left. There's no reason for me to be in melee range of the Rhine, basically ever. Okay, you gotta reset, you gotta re-healed. Alright, card's gotta move forward, you gotta play time here. Okay. You jump in here. I think this is a bad jump unless you know the Moira is dead. Yeah, the Moira is dead, so I guess this is actually okay. But I would expect to potentially die here, so I would be very, very careful about this jump, because that Rhine could have easily charged you and killed you. I still actually think that was a bad jump. Even with the Moira dead, I think I would at least jump further to the left to give myself as much time as possible to avoid the Rhine. Okay, so the Ana's now dead. Frankly, not due to you, because your Junkrat just straight up killed her. The Ana's dead, so it's 5 on 4, right? This is a great scenario for you to be aggressive. Don't jump into the Rhine. Okay, now you're jumping to the Rhine, right? You're just walking into the Rhine, and now the Rhine does a ton of damage and kills you. So, for perspective, what would I have done? What would I have done instead? Just keep walking forwards, right? Just keep walking the cart forwards. The cart's moving a lot faster than the Rhine is, right? Rhine cannot move very fast backwards, especially with shield up. Eventually, I'm going to reach here when the Rhine's like, oh, finally, I get to fight the Winston. And then you jump over and go up to the Ashe and the Moira, and you zap him back here, and you stay out of range. Right? Or at least go forwards in that situation instead of backwards. Okay, now you just die, right? Again, providing no value. You do have Winston ulti. I'm going to guess that, especially if Sigma is your main hero, you probably don't know how to use Primal well. It is one of the hardest abilities and has one of the highest skill ceilings in the game. So, you're gonna probably, yeah. See, this is a bad bubble. What's your goal here, right? Your whole team is resetting. Let's look, right? You two versus 1, 2, 3 right here. Okay, with the 4th, we'll be able to see you, and the 5th one, who will also be here soon. Okay, it's just you and the Moira and a Brig. And your DPS. Like, just how long is it going to take them to come get to you? Spoiler, a long time. Long time, right? No reason for you to be jumping here, right? I mean, I guess you're just trying to stop the cart, but like you eat nade here, you eat some damage, you waste your bubble, right? And you're vulnerable. Like, if they just step forward right now, what are you going to do? What they do. Now you get wrecked. Okay, now you pop Primal. This is a terrible Primal. Your team isn't here. Your team is not here. Okay? Your team, not here. Right? They're still all the way over here. What are they gonna do? You think your soldier's gonna get kills from all the way over here? No, not a chance. Right? You're gonna Primal in their face. Right? And you're just gonna walk forwards while doing this. Okay? Not really doing any damage. Just still kind of walking forward. This is reasonable, right? So she pops it. I think you take the mini. That's fine. You don't even need to kill her. You don't need to kill her right now. I would just walk forward because she's gonna die anyway. She's like 100% gonna die when she comes out of this. She has no cooldowns. Once again, you got a nanoed Rhine in your face that you should not be fighting. Okay. You got jump, you got bubble, but what are you gonna do? Because most of your team's dead right now. You need to leave. Okay. There's a mega over here. Right? Really important. Because I can tell in this situation that my supports are overstressed. Like there's no way they're gonna get the heal because the brig died. So I go and get the mega. Because nothing's gonna happen here in the next few seconds though. Oh, except your soldier's gonna get some picks. See, this was always tough. Sometimes when I try to predict, you know, gold bubble games, is that weird things happen because everybody plays very suboptimally. Okay, is there a reason you should have died there? Absolutely not. Your team is winning this fight. Okay, you just stand in the bubble and you're totally fine. You dying here is a massive throw. Absolutely massive throw. Right? You just took a one fight? Okay, you should step forward and then use the jump to get into this. You dying there completely prevents your team from falling up on what you're supposed to do. Again, stop trying to fit the right. Right. This bubble, again, not doing anything. What's this bubble protecting you from? The Ana darts? Like, that's it. Yeah, go for the Kiriko. Or the Moira, right? Okay, she faded. Man, if only I had bubble right now, that would be super effective. And I could go for the Moira and use the bubble to prevent the Ana from healing anything. Okay, now you're still going for the Ana. Right? What is that bubble for? Right? Like, first of all, right here, this already gives you a ton of cover from anyone wanting to do anything. Number two, your Moira is a short-range healer. Number three, Ryan is a short-range melee hero. Number four, there's nobody else here. The Mei is like all the way over in your back line. This bubble isn't doing anything. Like, I guess maybe it prevents this Ashe from poking you a little bit at long range, but like besides that, this does nothing. This is a total waste of a bubble. Okay. So again, I don't want to be here. I don't want the Rhine to be hitting. Right? But I don't want to be so far back that I can jump back. If only you had bubble to stop the shatter. Alright, coming out. So you see the Ana's low, right? This is a bad jump angle. So first of all, the most distance is a 45-degree angle, right? So 45 degrees looks like this, right? You jump way too high, which is why, yeah, which is why you don't get as much distance. Right, zap both, zap both, zap both. Okay, right. This is one of the few times where I think, yeah, you want to fight the Rhine, go ahead, fight the Rhine. Right, fight super low, he has to hold his shield. Right, go ahead, yeah, zap the Mei. That's great, perfect. Now immediately jump. Right, you have bubble here, right? I jump and try to get that Moira. Right, Moira's not gonna kill you. Right, more spade, that's fine. Right, get more kills, great, perfect, excellent. Right, good momentum. Now, what do I think here? I just want to set up the position. So they're gonna come out here. Right? They're going to come out here, and then they're going to do something depending where the cart is. The cart is going to be over here, right? Roughly speaking, when the fight gets started in earnest. I want to stay in a position that allows me to zap them without using my dive. Because if I jump in, I cannot jump out. So this is why you see a lot of top-level players, they always try to find ways to initiate the fight without using jump. That way they can use jump to escape. Otherwise, they're very, very committed from the beginning. This is insane. Again, why are you going up to the Rhine? Okay, you're going to Primal. This is a bad Primal. Your team is not able to do anything with this. Right? Like, they're like walking off cart to try to do something with this. This is a bad Primal. You missed opportunities to hit the end there. You're just swinging at air. Now you're just trying to walk through the Winston, despite the fact that after Primal completes, you'll restore your jump jet cooldown. So you could have jumped right there before. You just walk out and you die. Like, this is rough to watch. I don't think you're paying attention to the cooldowns, / I don't think you're an experienced Winston player, would also be my guess. Is you probably have a lot more hours than Sigma. Like, there's no point coming to this fight. Everyone's dead. Yeah, you're on. That was a bad jump, right? You didn't get nearly enough distance out of this. Don't bubble, right? You're already going to escape. You're already going to escape. The only people who are chasing you right now are the Rhine and the Moira. You can hear it. There's no reason to try to put bubble. Just, you could just jump down. Let's kind of fast forward and maybe just go on the last card. Okay, so they've got Reaper here. The Rhine is dead. It's 5-on-4, I think, and you have plenty of health. You don't want to be fighting the Reaper face to face, so I think either you jump here. I don't know if the Reaper has has Wraith or not, which you should have been tracking. He does not have Wraith. So I would jump behind him, right? Pop bubble, and then have my team kill. This bubble, bad, right? See, if you just block that Reaver from getting healed, he dies here for sure. Instead, you try to just kill him with Zap, which is a bad idea. And again, your primal mechanics are just not very good. Like, you got landed 2 hits out of a possible 18 to 20. I think you need a lot of practice in a primal rage workshop. All right, let's just pause. In summary, what do I say? Number 1, understand what your hero is good at and do that. Number 2, understand what their tank, right? Obviously, all the heroes is good to know, but like at minimum, what does their tank good at? And don't let them do that, right? If they're a melee hero, right, like a Rhine, don't get in melee range. If they're a poke hero, like a Sigma, right, get up close, right? If they're a Zarya with a build energy, don't give her energy, or punish her when she gets out of position because she gets too greedy, right? If they are someone like a Doomfist, he's diving, right? Try to either prevent your team from getting dove or dive his to his backline because you can't help them at all, right? If they're a ball, they're very mobile and they require long setups, right, to get in position. So constantly keep scouting, find the ball, prevent him from rolling into your team, right? That's really, really important to Overwatch. And I think that it seems like you've played a good number of hours. I think it's really important to recognize that, right? So 1, again, understand your hero's strengths, do those. Number 2, understand what are the opposing tank's strengths and try to counteract their strengths. Don't let them use their strengths. And I would say number 3, be better aware of overall positioning of both your team and their team in terms of what they can possibly do to affect the fight, right? Actually, let's just simplify it as just your team. You are taking so many fights where your team is not able to help you out at all, right? Or not be able to meaningfully help you. You should look behind you all the time. Like, you almost never look behind you, except when you're just retreating from a fight. So those are the 3 biggest tips that I can give you to try to help out. Hopefully that's useful.